Okay, Taurus, thank you so much for tuning in to the Aligned Astro Tarot Network. I am your decision guide. I'm here to assist you with making some major decisions in regards to relationships and other issues that may come up in your life. Of course, finances as well. Just a little bit about me. I am primarily an astrologer. I have been a professional astrologer for about 20 years in regards to taking clients and drawing charts and things like that for people. I've been reading tarot for about 10 years, and here is my first tarot deck. Really, it's not really the traditional tarot, so to speak, but I used to read playing cards. This was the only deck that I had for years, and then I started branching out into the Brotherhood of Light tarot because I got interested, really interested in the Kabbalah and things like that. And I got my first Rider-Waite tarot deck maybe about 8 years ago. And so, what I used astrology for primarily was to clarify any hidden messages in regards to my astrological readings, because I do primarily draw charts and read astrologically, primarily relationships. And so I would take two charts, put them together, see how you guys fit together, and then I would pull cards as a result of them. So tarot's always been more of a clarifying thing for me. I'm not doing online readings yet. Probably won't do them until the beginning of the year because I don't have time to do them. I do in-person consultations still. So once I kind of clear that out and figure out how I'm going to fit all of this into my schedule, then I'll do that. Today, we're going to talk about how your partner feels about you, but what may be blocking. In the end, what your partner really wants. We're going to talk about how they feel, how you feel, but what the actual reality of your relationship is so that you'll understand what you're actually working with. We're also going to talk about what your partner wishes they could tell you, but they are afraid to tell you. So I have three other spreads that if I feel like I need to do them, such as I love you, but, or however, I'm willing to do whatever it takes, and we'll figure out what that is if that happens. But also, I would love it if you would blank. So your partner, what your partner wants you to do in order to help move the relationship forward. So those are my secondary spreads. Also, they say, but they mean, you say, but you mean, and get to the bottom of what you all really mean beyond what you actually say. Those last three spreads, I usually do the first three spreads automatically, but let's see, one, two, three, four, five, six. But the last three spreads, I only pull them out if I just have to. I've already pre-shuffled. So we're going to start with I feel blank about you, but what's blocking is, and what I really want to do is, okay? And we'll clarify because all three of these are in reverse. So how I feel about you is that this is really going to take some time because it's the Wheel of Fortune in reverse here. So this is what they really feel. They really feel as though there are difficulties and delays, and they feel like they're going to have to make some changes that they're not quite ready to make. So it's pretty much deadlocked as to how they feel. We're going to clarify that. Also, with the Four of Swords in reverse, they're extremely, Taurus, they're extremely concerned about how they're gonna move forward. They have quite a bit of restlessness that they're dealing with, quite a bit of anxiety around it. My goodness. And then we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. So it feels as though they are worried about what people will think. They're worried about how this relationship is going to make them look. They don't feel very confident financially. It looks like they have that, and this was kind of an issue in regards to Aries reading too. It wasn't the king of in reverse, but it was some pentacles that were reversed. And what it looks like, though, is that this person is more worried about their reputation. Um, they are just kind of concerned about what other people are going to think, what's going to happen in regards to their finances and things like that. Um, so right now, they are not feeling very successful in regards to this. So what we're going to do is we're just going to use the mini tarot deck to clarify. What's blocking them, though, is anxiety. Lots of anxiety around the situation. Why is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse? Why is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse? Why is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse? Tell me why the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is in reverse in Taurus's relationship reading. Okay, it's popped out here. And we have the Four of Cups in reverse. So basically they're looking at what they have lost in the past, what they actually don't have. They're looking at they feel like they have taken a hit emotionally in the past, and they're pretty upset about it. Why is the Four of Swords in reverse? Why is the Four of Swords in reverse? Why is the Four of Swords in reverse? Okay. Um, Actually, whatever hit they've taken in the past, and this is the end of the year. Okay. This is the Taurus December reading. And this is the end of the year. And what is actually happening is everybody's kind of reviewing what's going on. Venus is going to be going direct here soon. People have been uh, looking at, what they've invested in relationships, and they're not very happy with the way that this year went. But next year looks like it's going to really turn around for them, for many people. But people are still worried. So even though the universe keeps giving everybody the Ten of Cups so far in upright position, everybody's subconscious is like, I'm not really feeling it, right? They haven't been able to feel this yet. So they are still kind of feeling very much in despair about their emotional losses, and very anxious about moving forward. King of Pentacles. Why is King of Pentacles in reverse? Why is King of Pentacles in reverse? Okay, King of Pentacles is in reverse because they felt like they basically made rash decisions in the past. This sounds like Aries reading. This is the Fool in reverse. They're like, hey, I made terrible decisions in the past. I really don't want to make another bad decision. Also, they're juggling too much right now in their mind. Maybe they're juggling trying to jobs, or juggling relationships. They're juggling right now. Looks like they're not completely out of the woods in regards to some emotional and financial things in the past in their minds. Um, so they're feeling like, hey, I'm just not ready to pursue this. So basically, I feel like I'm not ready. I'm going to clarify the Wheel of Fortune in reverse a little bit more. Okay, so we have the Devil card in the upright position. Devil card speaks of bondage. They really feel like they are in bondage, and they have some major regrets about getting involved in the relationship. So Taurus, what I would do is we'll get into that. So basically, they feel like they are in bondage in this past relationship. They're not even really able to focus fully on you. So let's get started on the next spread. So they really are, you know, needing to free themselves. Once they free themselves of that bondage, then Taurus, your partner, will be able to move forward, because what they really, really want is to be free of the past. At the very end there, it's like, okay, I'm in bondage. What I really want is the next relationship I get in is I really want it to be something that's going to prosper me both emotionally and financially. Everybody's worried about their finances. I think it's because it's the end of the year. Holidays are coming. People are reviewing how they've actually felt in regards to how they conducted themselves and the relationships that they've gotten involved in. And so you'll see cards are turning over and carrying on here. As we go through these spreads, though, everything gets increasingly clear. I tell everybody to get your pen and pad out, write this stuff down, because you want to keep a little journal in regards to uh, how your partner feels. And you don't have to share it with anyone. Please don't share it with your partner, because they're going to think you're very, very weird if you tell them that you've been tracking them with tarot. So we're gonna, yeah, you don't, that's not what this is for. This is for your information only. Okay. Also, I'm using 3 decks, as you can see, to come up with these answers. Well, actually, I'm using 4 or 5 decks, because I'm using 3 decks to come up with the main questions, and then I'm using the mini deck to clarify. I also have my own deck that I've created called the Decision Guide, where I have questions. We do time and things like that. Also, we're going to do the romance oracles. So we got a good feel here for, got a lot of good tools here. Help us get a good feel of what's going on. So they feel this way about you, and you feel this way about them, but the reality is this. Okay, so this is better. So they basically feel as though you're a pretty strong person. They feel as though you have the strength that it takes to kind of help them through this process. I think they may lean on you a little bit. However, you may want to be careful about it, because it seems like that this person tends to get in very codependent, addictive relationships, or that this person may be struggling with some type of addiction or stronghold. They seem to be very dependent based on what their last relationship was, with the devil card showing up there. So they view you as someone that's very, very strong. They view you as someone that they can actually lean on, but you want to encourage them to actually get a grip, really. You view them as temperance in the reverse. You view them as needing more balance. They need to get their self together, and they need to actually make sure that they are not leaning too heavily on you or the past or something else. They need to have more balance within themselves. That's how you see them. And it looks as though if they view you as someone very strong, that this is something that you're going to need to display for them. Some strength, not in doing things for them, but in redirecting them to get balance within themselves. Also here we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. And so basically we are hopefully relieving this burden between you two here. So the reality is that this too shall pass, that this is something that is going to maybe take a little bit of time, a little bit of balancing out, and a little bit of strength in order to get the devil card completely out of the rotation and to get this relationship moving forward. Okay. All right. All right. So let's clarify the Ten of Wands in reverse. Let's see if we can get a little bit more clarification on that. Let's clarify the reality of the relationship. We got how they feel and how they look at you. Reality of relationship is that, you know, you all are basically holding on to what you got. This is the Four of Pentacles in the upright position. And with the Four of Pentacles in the upright position, it just speaks of the fact that neither of you feel very secure in this, but that, you know, you want to hold on to what you have until you are a little bit more secure. You know, you're not really ready. You don't feel comfortable blending your possessions with them. They don't feel comfortable blending their possessions with you. Everybody is holding on tight. And I recommend that you, Taurus, hold on to your possessions. Hold on to your security, your independence. Don't give that up right now until this partner proves to you that they can break the strongholds of the past and that they can get some balance here. Okay? So they do view you in a favorable light. They view you as somebody very strong, as I've said before. But just make sure, you know, you already have the insight that they're not very balanced. So use your own common sense in regards to making sure that you do what you need to do in regards to this. Okay? All right. And here with the Temperance in reverse, encourage them to, for what you, the advice you can give them, since you see that they are a little bit out of balance, is they need to relax a little bit. They need to get a little bit of rest here. They may need to, you know, spend more time with family. They may need to go on a little vacation. They may need to take up meditation, something like that, in order to get the balance that they need. And they have the ability to do that because that is in the upright position. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so that's that. And what we're going to do now is we're going to look at Taurus, what they wish they could tell you, but they are just extremely afraid. What they wish they could tell you, but they are so afraid. They're like, I don't want them to know that about me, because a lot of times people don't want you to know how vulnerable they are, you know. So let's see what they really wish that they could tell you, but they're really afraid to tell you. Okay. These are already shuffled pretty good. You didn't use that many cards off of it. All right. And we're going to use the decision guide as well, so we can see what the decision guide is for you. But if the spirit feels like, you know, there's something, a message or something you need to share with your partner, we'll do that as well. Okay. All right. And then we're gonna already shuffle the romance deck and everything else. Okay. So they wish they could tell you this, but they are afraid. Okay, so basically what it looks like here with the Nine of Pentacles is that they wish that they could tell you that And they wish that they could tell you that they kind of knew what was going on in regards to this whole, I'm sorry, I have to get this fixed. So, all right. So what they wish that they could tell you is that they see you as someone very beautiful. They're pretty intimidated by you. They feel that you have a very high self-worth. They feel that you have a very high self-esteem, that you are pretty much everything that they've ever dreamed of. They view you very, very favorably. However, we have the judgment in reverse, which means that, they are extremely angry about some things that are going on, and that they are having a hard time getting over the feelings that they have suffered some unfairness, you know. Um, they are, you know, really trying to get themselves together in regards to trying to forgive someone who has really, really hurt them, that's really blocking them, and they're having a hard time moving on. But we have the judgment again in the upright position, which is very good, which means that they intend to forgive and move on so that they can actually, you know, meet up to your expectations, Taurus. They're trying to live up to your expectations, and they don't want you to know that they're harboring all this resentment and anger and unforgiveness. They don't want to share that with you. They don't want to burden you down. You seem like you have yourself together. They view you as a very strong person. They feel very, very weak and inadequate with the situation that they were in, and they really want to like get it together before they, decide to go down this road with you. Okay, let's clarify the judgment in reverse. Let's clarify the judgment in reverse. Okay, Queen of Cups in reverse. So yeah, this looks like this was somebody that they were very much emotionally involved with, and they no longer have any feelings for this, any emotional feelings towards this person. They don't feel any compassion for this person. Like they feel very, very bad about this person. But they view you very favorably, and they just don't want you to know that they're that affected. So they don't want to tell you because they do intend to move on from that. So let's see what type, what is the focus of this overall reading here. Let's see what the focus is. Okay. All right, so there's a reconnection. Someone's trying to reach out in regards to you, Taurus. Somebody's trying to reach out to you. So make sure that this is a good thing. Make sure it's a good thing because this person here wants to reach out to you. They want to be connected to you. When you all first met, evidently they must have felt very connected, but somehow they kind of disconnected, not like you all are not communicating. If you're not communicating, then this definitely applies. But even if you are communicating, they may want to reach out to you on a deeper level, which is really important. But you want to make sure this is a good thing because if you remember, they are very much codependent and all that kind of stuff. So you want to make sure that's a good thing. Also, let's see what questions you need to focus on. And if you're writing this down, like I asked you to, write this question down. This is going to be, okay. So what do I need to know about my love life? Okay, and we can clarify that here. Okay, so we're going to use the romance clarification here. My readings are about 25 to 30 minutes long. I try to keep them under that because I don't want people to get bored. And I know people like to look at multiple readings, so I just try to keep mine short and to the point. Okay, there's a strong attraction to you all and between you all, and you need to definitely focus on the attraction, but don't let the attraction get you distracted from the things that we went over here today about the concerns of your partner, because they're not fully there yet. But you can wait for it because this is all about timing, like everything else. And this person is definitely trying to get over some type of separation, right? And so they may need time alone. I'm reading this as they are getting over a separation, and that you may need to pull back from them to give them some time to themselves. Usually people who are in codependent relationships tend to rush into other relationships, and they tend to try to latch on really, really hard. And you have to kind of be the strong one, since they see you as the strong one and you see them as the imbalanced one. And if they try to come in, you may need to encourage them to spend a little time on their own, right? That's how I'm feeling that, okay? So let me pull an I-Ching on this one because of the Devil card. We just want to make sure that you're not getting roped into something that is going to drag you down. So let's see. If things are wrong here, they may be wrong elsewhere as well. What do you always take with you when you travel? Yourself, of course. Make sure you don't travel with excess baggage. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. Don't take on anyone else's baggage in this case, because this person has to learn how to solve the problems for themselves, Taurus. Do not take on any of their baggage. All right? So I always listen to my I-Chings. Okay, I love my I-Ching cards. And what you want to make sure of is that you are able to keep your energy a little bit separate from them until they can get clear. Let me give you a time card. Check back in and give them till June to kind of get this out. I know it seems like a long way away, but you know, and I know time goes by fast. Give them until June to clear out their energy from this particular thing. So I hope that this was informative for you. I'm going to have my schedule up for personal readings. As I said, I'm not doing personal readings right now because I can't get it in the schedule. When I post the link for personal readings, I'll probably start opening up the schedule for like February. All right, be blessed and stay aligned. Bye.